Donald Trump and Mike Pence are holding multiple meetings today with potential cabinet candidates, including Mitt Romney. Trump's already made some choices, that is, including Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions for Attorney General. And that choice, boy, it has sparked controversy because Sessions has previously fought against civil rights legislation protecting minorities. He was also denied a judgeship in the 1980s following accusations of racism. So it's a good point to bring in our legal guys. Avery Friedman, a civil rights attorney and law professor in a town I really like, Cleveland, Ohio, and Richard Herman, a New York criminal defense attorney and law professor who joins us from Las Vegas, which is also a very nice place.
Avery,
like
Vegas.
Let me start with you. Sessions, you believe, or do you believe, he just is not qualified to be Attorney General? Avery, did you hear me? I was asking whether you thought Jeff Sessions...
Hey, let me tell you something. You had mentioned, Marty, about the Republican-controlled Senate rejecting Jeff Sessions from a position as a United States District Judge. That was 30 years ago. And let me tell you something. It continues. He has opposed every major civil rights amendment. We talk about the rule of law. We have seen a consistent pattern, Marty, in opposing civil rights. I have to tell you, not only is he the wrong man at the wrong time in 2016, he'd be the wrong nominee in 1916. And let me tell you something. Between the Democrats in the Senate and a handful of Republicans who care about civil rights, I think the confirmation is in serious jeopardy.
Would you agree with that, Richard, or what do you think? I mean, it is very close as far as Republicans and Democrats who are going to be voting on this.
Marty, the reality is President-elect Trump is tickling us with all his appointments. My dear friend Avery, I think, is suffering hangover from his Cleveland team losing the World Series. Sessions is 100% going to be approved as your Attorney General. The people 100%. Have spoken. They have voted for Trump, and this is what they're going to get. You reap what you sow, baby. And this guy is going to get approved. All they need is a simple majority in the Senate. It's an old boys club in that Senate there. When a senator runs for a cabinet position, they all get behind that person. All they need is one more vote of Republican senators. He's approved. There's nothing that's going to stop him. These accusations were 30 years ago. They really have no relevance today. What is relevant is how he's conducted himself as a senator the past 20 years, and that will be telling on certain things he's going to do in his administration as Attorney General.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that really hurt on the Cleveland dig on the Indians. But anyway, Sessions, Avery, was turned down, as you've already pointed out, after being nominated for a federal judgeship. After an attorney said he made racist remarks to him. So you think they're going to bring up those statements from that long ago and say, this is why he should not have the job today? Is that really fair? A person could change.
Actually, it is fair, but let me tell you something. There's enough anti-civil rights mentality and behavior by Mr. Sessions, not just in the 1980s, but the 90s, the 2000s, and even up to the present time. Quick example, there was a nominee for the Supreme Court who was the Solicitor General, and by the way, the former dean of the Harvard Law School, and you know what? He didn't think Elena Kagan, who was the nominee, was quite good enough. However, he certainly confirmed as a senator men who are substantially less credentialed. That's a pretty good example of this nominee here.
Richard, I know you say it's a done deal. Would you be comfortable with Sessions as Attorney General?
You know, Marty, this is what it is. I mean, if you were not comfortable with appointments like this, you should have voted. Half the American people decided not to vote.
But that's not quite my question. My question was, would you be comfortable with it?
There you go.
Groups of people did not vote. President-elect Trump won on a platform.
You're not answering it.
Immigration, the wall, deporting people. That's what Sessions is going to do. He is anti-immigration. He is for the wall. He wants to prosecute Hillary. He's spewing everything that Trump said when he ran. And look, he was the first senator to support Trump. This is payback for his loyalty. And there's nothing anybody can do about it, really. He is going to get appointed and approved by the Senate.
And while I have you both, before I run out of time, Richard, and you can start this, should he prosecute Hillary if he were Attorney General?
I think President Obama should grant her a full pardon and end any chance of Hillary being prosecuted for her service to this country.
Avery, what do you think?
no prosecution. Never happened.
Yeah, the former Secretary of State, of course, I'm talking about Hillary Clinton and candidate. Avery Friedman, Richard Herman, wonderful to see both of you. Thank you.
Great seeing you,
Wonderful to
Marty.
see you too, Mark.